Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is November 28, 2021. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving weekend. So let's do a quick market update and go from there. As you all see, we had a market dropping big time on Friday. Big time down here. And now it's trying to recover in the futures market. As you can see here, we have S&P 500 up 43 points, Nasdaq up 189, and Dow Jones Industrial Average also up nicely, 258. And even Russell 2000 is trying to go higher here. So with the big scare about COVID-19 mutant here, I think it's overdone here. That's why market is thinking, hey, let's go higher. That's why you see futures market trying to bounce higher. So that's a good sign here. Let's quickly take a look at the bonds here and see what bonds are doing. As you look through here, bonds, we got bonds. As you can see here, bonds are also going higher. Nice uptick in the futures market, nice uptick on Friday. But if you look at the futures here, futures are opening up a little bit lower. It's very typical here after the nice big candle on the bonds here. It's trying to open lower. That's a good sign. And if you look at the interest rate here, interest rate is trying to go lower a little bit. That's a good sign for the stock market. As the interest rates goes lower, that will help the stock market. And crude oil, as you see here, big down candle here. Everybody's worried about the COVID-19 vaccine. Folks are going to nest at home and they're not going to drive much. That's why big down candle here. Now futures are trying to open a little bit higher. Folks are coming to the senses that, hey, you know what, this is not going to be that bad. We had been there, done that. We have seen the movie before. That's why it's trying to go higher. And if you look through the gold here, gold is trying to go a little bit higher here. As you can see here, after the big drop here, is trying to go slightly higher. There are still very good opportunities in gold that we can buy at these levels here. I would probably wait for a little bit down day and then buy gold. And then we can look at few big stocks and take it from there. Let's look at few of them here, and let's go with the bigger ones here. As you see here, Apple, great stock, finally fell down on Friday here, down now $5.13. It's hugging its 25-day moving average, trying to come down a little bit. I would be a buyer of Apple if it dropped a little more and then go from there. As you can see here, RSI is now trying to come down a little bit. Still high for me, it's 59. I would probably buy when the RSI hits around 50 or a little bit lower. Microsoft also dropped big time here, $8.23. As you can see here, RSI for Microsoft is around 50. It's at a buy zone right now. I would be slowly buying some Microsoft at these levels here. And then Amazon.com here, RSI is 50. Amazon is also coming to the buy range here. I will be slowly buying some Amazon at these levels here and go from there. And as you look through Facebook here, or Meta, as you can see here, trying to come down here, trying to come down below 50-day moving average. RSI is 47. Meta is a buy at these levels here. It's a much better situation if you want to buy the stock here, because RSI is dropping a little bit lower here. With that, let's jump in and look here for Facebook or Meta. IV percentile is very high. That tells you, on Facebook you can sell some put option or a put spread below the current stock price and make some money that way. I don't need to, say this because market dropped big time. Even Microsoft has a, very big IV percentile here. You could sell some put options beneath the stock price and make some money also there. Even Amazon.com, pretty much pretty big IV percentile here. You could do the same thing here too. Then we look at one or two more here and go from there. Now we got your Google or Alphabet. Alphabet also came down a little bit, as you can see here. Alphabet is now below its 200-day moving average, as you can see here. Right now, Alphabet is in a very good position. We should buy some stock here. RSI is 41. That tells you Alphabet is oversold here. And then you got Netflix here. Netflix is a little bit stronger compared to other stocks here. RSI is 52. It also came down a little bit, but as you can see, it bounced back nicely, up 7 points. And then you got Nvidia. Nvidia is a rocket ship here. CEO Jetson Wong is doing really great here. Right now, it's hugging its 25-day moving average. I would be willing to, wait a little bit, let it come down, then we can buy some Nvidia. Right now, it's super hot. Look at the RSI here. It's hugging the upper level here. I would wait for this to cool off a little bit. JNJ, on the other hand, you could buy the stock here. RSI is 38. That tells the stock is sold off. It's a great company here. They're splitting themselves into two companies, which is going to be a good one here. I would be a buyer of JNJ at these levels and go from there. Look, there is a high IV percentile in JNJ, Netflix, even Google, as well as Nvidia. You could sell some put option below the stock price or put spreads and make some money that way. So with that, let's jump in and look at few more. All right, so now let's look at a couple other companies here. Lockheed Martin, defense contractor, one of the great stocks here. Right now, low RSI. You could buy some Lockheed Martin and take advantage of this low RSI situation here. AbbVie, one of the great companies here. RSI is 55. I would be willing to wait a little bit longer. Right now, RSI is a little high for me. I would wait for a little pullback here. Accenture, a great company here. Right now, its RSI is much lower. I have not seen Accenture pulling back this hard here. I would be a buyer of Accenture at these levels here. It's a great company. Right now, it's hugging its 100-day moving average, as you can see here. A good buy in Accenture. Then you got CrowdStrike, one of the great stock here, cybersecurity. Look, stock came down below 200-day moving average here. Our IV percentile is 67. You could buy the stock here, or if you want to sell some put option, you could do that too, because IV percentile is pretty high. That means you can get some good premium if you sell put option here. I would not be buying call option given IV percentile is a little bit elevated, but you could sell some put option beneath the stock price, or you could buy the stock outright. And let's look at one or two more here. All right, then you got here Home Depot. Home Depot and Lowe's both are rocket ships here. I would not be touching them here. Let them come down a little more. RSI is pretty much elevated here, 70 and 67. On the other hand here, TJX here, RSI is 50.88. You could still buy some TJX at these levels. As you can see, RSI is a little bit came down a little bit here. McDonald's, great company here. RSI is 49. You could buy some McDonald's here. It came down, try to touch 100-day moving average here. You could buy McDonald's here and go from there. Look, IV percentile is high in many of these stocks here, which tells you don't buy call options. Instead, buy the stock outright or sell some put option beneath the stock price or put spread. Next, let's look at a few more here. All right. So now we look at bank financial area here. As you can see here, JP Morgan, great company here. Company's stock came down big time here. As the interest rates are going lower, that means banks cannot make too much money off of your deposit. That's why JP Morgan is coming down, along with the Goldman Sachs here. It also came down here. I think both are good buys at these levels here. Look, there is a high IV percentile, means you can sell some put option or a put spread beneath the stock price. And then you got Square here, Jack Dorsey's company, great company here. Right now it's super cheap here. I would be a buyer of this Square at these levels here and go from there. Look here, RSI 33, stock is completely sold off here, trying to bounce, as you can see here. And then you got PayPal, same story here. PayPal is sold off big time here. RSI is 24. It's even lower than Square here. Completely sold off. I would be a buyer of PayPal at these levels here. Look, RSI is even below the lower bar here. So it's a great buy at these levels to slowly accumulate and buy here. And then we'll probably look at one or two more and go from there. All right, then we got here Tesla, our favorite EV play here. Tesla RSI came to 53 here. IV percentile is 52. Tesla is also a good buy at these levels here. I would be slowly looking at buying some Tesla here. IV percentile is high. That means you could even sell some put spread underneath the stock price and make some money that way. That's the easy money. And then got Neo here. Neo is again a great Chinese EV maker. Anytime Neo comes down below 40, call me a buyer. I'll be a buyer of this stock here. RSI is 49, great buy here. Lucid, on the other hand, I would be waiting a little bit for a pullback here. RSI is 62, a little high for me. I would skip this one. Whereas Fisker here, RSI is 54. I would probably wait a little longer here to buy Fisker and then go from there. So with that, that's a quick wrap for you. What we'll do now is we look at we look at actually ETFs here, try to make sense of this whole rally here or a downturn here. So from an ETF perspective, as you see here, on Friday we had the S&P 500 down big time, IWM, which is Russell 2000, down big time, and so on and so forth. Look here, sorted by volume here. All these major ETFs are down big time. But as you scan through here, healthcare fared well here, just down 0.4 when others are down 3-4%. Look here, we got TLT bonds. Bonds are going higher. When bonds go higher, yields go lower. That's why bank stocks are not doing so great. Then as you scan through here, we got gold. Gold is doing pretty well on Friday. Given folks are trying to go into the gold for its stability here, that's why gold is faring well. So with that, let's jump in here and look at some major trends and go from there. So let's go here to the major trends. As you look through, it's again sorted by volume, as you can see here. From a major trend perspective, clearly, as you can see here, biotechnology is doing well. No wonder vaccine makers are back in action here. That's why biotechnology is doing well. Biotechnology to the rescue here. As you look through here, cloud is also doing well. Think about all the stay-at-home technologies like Zoom and Twilio and so on and so forth, and even DocuSign. They're all doing well here. That's why cloud is kind of getting its mojo back here. Those are the two standouts here. Then human genomics here, or Cathy Wood's company, it also did pretty okay. Did not go down as much. And then what we'll do is, we'll look at few areas where there's a high IV percentile and low RSI. These could be, for you. I love selling some put options on these ETFs when the market is down big time. Look here, we got high RSI candidates and low RSI, high IV percentile. These are the candidates like IWM. You could sell some deep in the money put option and make some money, easy money that way, or you could even sell some put spreads, make some easy money. Given IV percentile is 100. Same story with the other, few others here. I would say, go all the way to 45 or so. Don't go below that, so that way you can make some good money on ETFs like XBI, good one here. I would also do it on GDX is also a good one here. RS, IV percentile a little high, and IWM is a great one here. So with that, now what we'll do is we'll go into the stock market and see what we can buy. Great opportunity. I love some of these down tick here. Gives me good opportunity to buy some great stocks into this downturn and go from there. So from a stock perspective, let's quickly look at this. As you look through here, it could be an eye chart. Let me make it a little bigger here. Let me remove certain things here. All right. So as you can see here, we got the stock market here. Let me do one thing. Let me make it a little smaller so you can look at volume also. Give me a quick second here. Let's make it 55 here. All right, I think this should do it. Hopefully, you should be able to see this when I put it on the YouTube. Let's see if it works. So as you look through here from a volume perspective, let's look at all the stocks here. To begin with, this is most of the major stocks, as you can see here. What I like to do when the market tanks big time, go after quality, as they say. So typically what I do is I look at Russell 1000. These are 1000 big stocks here. As I look through Russell 1000 here, I like to focus on stocks which are low RSI. So that way stocks are sold off. We could go after them. And also I like to look at stocks with a good gross margin. So that tells you, hey, these companies are making some good money, at least a good gross margin. So as you look through here, we got great stocks here. And I also want to look at volume greater than 1 million here. So that way I get some liquid stocks. Look, we got some great candidates here. I like to sort this by volume here. So that way we get biggest volume on top. There you go. So let's make it largest to smallest. There you go. So now we got the top biggest volume on top. No wonder Moderna is on top here. Moderna did very well, 20% up in one single day. And then as you can see here, RSI for Moderna is still low here, 46. But I would not buy Moderna at these levels. It's a little bit high for me. As you look through here, we got few more here. You could we could work through. Keep watching the stocks that are going higher. Look, we got one more here, Verizon Wireless. This I would not, if you're a dividend investor, you could buy some Verizon. Otherwise, I would skip this one. Look, Peloton, working from home, going higher here. You could look at such names which are, bucking the trend here, going higher. We got Gap. Gap was down big time. Again, it went down on Friday, but series going higher. So you could look at such names. What I would do is really when the market is down, go after quality, as they say here. Go with the positive sales growth. Also, that will eliminate some weak links here. We can go after stronger candidates. Look, these are the stronger candidates here. What I would also do is I will say, give me solid company, the low debt here. So there you go. So now we get low debt candidates. As you can see here, these are some great stocks we could buy here and go from there. Look at my favorite stocks here. Intel still works for me here. Right now, stock is 48 here. I'm a believer in Intel. I think they will do very well here. Given RSI is very low here, you could buy some Intel and take it from there. Then you got Palantir here, great stock, down about 0.4%. Did not go as much as other stocks here. Could be a turnaround for Palantir at these levels here. And Palantir also has got a nice institutional buy here. And then you got few more. Cisco, as you can see here, Cisco is trying to bounce off in 5 days after their earnings miss here. It's trying to go higher. I think it's a great stock here. Also keep watching the volume here. The moment you see high volume here, wherever you see the green background here or a green font, that tells you volume is higher. If there is a green background, that tells you volume is twice higher than the three-month average volume. If it is a green, that means volume is at least 1.5 times higher than the normal 3-month average. So those are the good ones you could buy. As the volume goes higher, that's typically a good idea. Folks are trying to buy those stocks here. Generally, volume is higher. Keep watching Zoom here. Zoom also shot up on the volume here. Working from home stock also went up. It's beaten down big time. RSI is just 23, as you can see here. Then we got a few more. StoneCo is one of my favorite. Nice volume here, 7.7 million shares traded. Good one to buy here. So I would look at these names here. These are the quality names. Go after the quality when the market drops and go from there. So we got few more names here. You could look at some of these names here. We got a great stock here, Pinterest, Salesforce.com, Mark Benioff's company. Good one to buy quality stocks when they're down here and go from there. We got few more here. Anaplan dropped big time. I think it's good to buy some Anaplan. I've been buying this Anaplan whenever they drop big time like this, always comes back. Electronic Arts, a good one here. I think we should look at this one too. Look, few stocks are trying to go higher. That's always good one. And as you can see here, Workday, I think they're buying another company here. I think Workday is a great stock here. You could buy some Workday here at these levels and take it from there. I also like Bill.com here, great stock. Stock went up actually, as you can see here. It's a good one to buy, low RSI as you can see here. So one more thing I like to do, around these times is, look at stocks that are below their 200-day moving average and trying to make their way higher. So as you can see here, we'll filter it again and go to the stocks which are below 200-day moving average here. So as you can see here, now we get all the stocks which are below 200-day moving average. And I like to look at volume at least greater than 1 million shares traded. So that way we look at liquid stocks as you can see here. All these stocks, they are below their 200-day moving average. And as you can see here, volume is pretty good, above 1 million shares traded. Now what I want to do is really which of these stocks are trying to go higher in it, about 10-day moving average. So what I would do is really, if they're going higher about 10-day moving average, I want to know about that. So I would say, greater than, say 10-day moving average at least by 5%. I don't want them to go too high, but I want them to just go a little higher than 10-day moving average. So here you'll see all the beaten down stocks which are below their 200-day moving average, but now they're trying to go about 10-day moving average. It's a, think of it like a 10-day moving average crossover type scenario here. That's what I like to look at. I think these are great ones, beaten down stocks trying to make their way higher. Keep watching here. Even though they're below their 200-day moving average, these stocks are trying to go higher in a 1 day, and 5 day. That's what I like to look at. These are the turnaround candidates. Look, there are a couple stocks which are very low price here. I think many of you want to look at the low price stocks here. Look, there are a lot of low price stocks here which are good. So what I like to do is really, as they say, I like to go after the quality here. Now we got the universe here, we got bunch of stocks here. Let's go after the quality. Let's say we want positive gross margin, avoid some weak links here, go after stronger candidates. I will also say, what, let's not go after high debt candidates. Let's make sure debt level is pretty low here. Now we get low debt. So now we get, great stocks here. Not too many. This is manageable list here. I could also go and say, what, I need positive sales growth. That will eliminate some more weak links here. Look, these are the great candidates here. I would also say low RSI, so that way we get some of these candidates with the high RSI. I think it's a short list. I think let's go with this. As you look through here, we got a few stocks here: VTNR, OEG, CODX, and so on and so forth, all below their 200-day moving average, but at least 10%, at least 5% higher than their 10-day moving average. So these are the great turnaround candidates, as they say here. You could buy some of these. See here, Logitech dropped big time, but now trying to make a comeback here. It's a good one to buy at these levels. And we got a couple more here. Code Diagnostics here. This used to be a superstar last year, but stock tanked big time. I would look at such candidates and go from there. And sometimes what I will also do is I will look at 50-day moving average or even 20-day moving average and look at those type of scenarios and see what we can do. For example, we could say, hey, what, I want to look at stocks that are just above, say 5% above 200-day moving average. So that way, many folks, consider below 500-day moving average as a bearish situation. Now it's just 5% above, 200-day moving average. That's a bullish type scenario. So we can say volume greater than 1 million here. And we can say low IV percentile, so we get better candidates here. And we could also say good positive gross margin. Now we are getting better candidates, as you can see here. I could also say positive sales, so that we can eliminate some weak links here. And I can also say low debt candidates. We can remove the high debt candidates. Now you see here, we get very small list here. These stocks are these stocks are above, just 5% above their 200-day moving average here. And they're trying to turn around, as you can see here, in 1 day, 5 day. You could look at some of these names here and see if it works for you. and take it from there. Look, one of my favorite stock is SCAC. It's a great company. I think it's from Singapore. They're into social media, gaming, and many of these things here. Clouds play here, software play. Stock is down big time. Even on Friday, when the market is down, this stock said, you know what, I cannot go low anymore. It jumped higher, as you can see here. Great stock. You can buy it at a discount. I also like Keurig here. Keurig is a great stock. Down right now, as you can see here. Low RSI. You could buy some Keurig at these levels and take it from there. And we got United States Steel. I mean, it's a steady Eddie stock. I would probably will not venture into United States Steel here, but other two are okay here. And we could also look at one or two more scenarios and call it a day here. Let's look at stocks that are trying to just go above their its 50-day moving average. For example, if you go here, that tells you stocks that are just 5% above 50-day moving average here. We could also say low RSI, so remove some high RSI candidates here, and we could say positive gross margin and positive sales, volume greater than 1 million. Now we're getting somewhere here, a short list that we could look at. These stocks are trying to go cross over its 50-day moving average here. You could look at some of these names here, all beaten down, as you can see here, with the low RSI, as you can see here. Let's say low debt, so that we get rid of high debt candidates here. There you go. Now we are getting some good names here. You could still look at Moderna here. I would buy Moderna on a down day here, up 20% in one day. Still low RSI, but I would wait for a little down tick here. On the other hand, you could look at Clean Spark, Abbott Labs, ZI, which is one of my favorite stock here. It will help the sellers or salespeople to reach the right audience here. And Hut 8, it's again Bitcoin play here. You could look at that one too. And look at other stocks. I love, even ICE here. BTG is also a good one here. You could look at that one too. Workday, great stock here. Even Bill.com. So I would do something like this here. Take advantage of the downturn and take it from there. And I know many of you love to buy small cap stocks and low price stocks here. We could say, hey, you know what, give me all the stocks, price is less than $15, and I want to make sure it's a good volume greater than 1 million shares, and I want low RSI. I want stocks to be sold off. I want positive sales. I want positive gross margin. I want low debt. So as you can see here, we are narrowing down and going after better candidates here. Now we got a good list here with the nice candidates, all nice sales growth, nice gross margin. Many of them are satisfying rule of 40, as you can see here. Again, low stock price below $15. As you can scan through here, we get a nice candidate with low RSI. Stocks are beaten down. And we could do something like this. Hey, you know what? I want to look at stocks that are, just going over its 10-day moving average, just slightly crossing 10-day moving average. This will even become smaller. We just get 2 or 3 here. These are the stocks that are going above their 10-day moving average, as you can see here. So we could look at some of these names here, take advantage of them and buy them slowly. Couple of these are very small price stocks, as you can see here. And let's remove the filter here and look at the entire situation here. So I think I would do something like this, and take it from there. And many of you like to, buy some great stocks in the EV space. As you know, electric vehicle is one of the great segment here. You could look at EV space and say, you know what, I want to look at some of these EV plays here. Look, we got all these EV names here. You could go after quality here, say low RSI and low debt. So you get eliminate some of these candidates here. Look, we got nice EV plays here. These are the good ones with the low debt and let's say positive gross margin. We get eliminate some negative gross margin candidates. You could look at some of these names here. And see if these work for you. The companies with the background here, these are the ones where there is a nice sales growth and gross margin. You could look at those names here. With that, probably we'll end here and go from there. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Have a good one.